The family that prays together stays together. I am Seminarian Stanley Ndegwa from St. Thomas Aquinas Seminary. Welcome to our Sunday's reflection on the 26th Sunday of the Ordinary Time Year C. Our theme is Justice and Charity Have an Eternal Consequence. In every Mass, during the rite of penitence, we ask for God's mercy for the sins that we've committed and also for what we have failed to do, what we call the sin of omission. Our readings today are reminding us that the sin of omission is as grave as the sin of commission. And in the first reading, we hear Prophet Amos questioning and warning the rich and those who used to live a luxurious life in Israel while neglecting the needs of others and watching their nation fail. This is a reminder to us that they are not being condemned for their wealth, but for what they failed to do. They failed to see the needs of their nation. We too are being reminded that the gifts and the riches God has given us, they are not meant for us. They are meant for others, to help others rise as we have. In the Gospel, Jesus is coming with the parable of the rich man and Lazarus to put more emphasis on this teaching. And he gives us the story of this rich man and this other poor man called Lazarus. The rich man is not named because that rich man is you and I. How many times do we neglect the needs of others? How many times do we neglect those Lazarus at our doors seeking for our help, especially the poor and the suffering? And remember, this man is not being condemned because he was rich, but because in his wealth he failed to see this poor man. And inasmuch as he enjoyed his riches in the earthly life, there was a consequence for his life and for his actions in eternity. He suffered because he failed to see the poor man. Similarly, St. Paul in the second reading is reminding Timothy that he has to seek the virtues that last, the virtue of charity, the virtue of faithfulness, the virtue of humility, and the virtue of generosity. These virtues are more important than wealth because they last than wealth can. Wealth is worldly, but virtues have an eternal consequence in heaven. Brethren, we are being called today to look at our lives and ask ourselves, how many times have we neglected the Lazarus in our lives? How many times have we neglected the needs of others? And remember that your charity, my generosity, and your generosity have an eternal consequence. That might be eternity in hell or eternity in heaven. So, do you choose to have your consequences in heaven or hell? Let us pray to God that He grant us the grace to love and to be charitable and to be generous to others, so that at the end of our journey here on earth, we might hear our Master's voice saying, "Well done, faithful servant. For when you cared for the little brothers and sisters of mine, you cared for me." For the family that prays together stays together.